0 to $100 million within 7 years. I started my journey 6 years ago, and I'm on track to exit my companies for 8 to 9 figures. Obviously, this is all still hypothetical, so before you guys run to the comments and say, you haven't sold anything yet, I'm aware. Trust me, I'm aware. But I don't really find value in the exit. I find value in the journey and what it's taken to get here, because all my businesses are very successful, printing money and changing a lot of people's lives. And I know I haven't posted a YouTube video in almost like a year. It's been a really long time. So for those of you watching, thank you for tuning in. I know it's been a long time. And for those of you who are new here, I'm Alex Sedlak. Thank you for being here. So let me just tell you a little bit of background on my story so it gives you some context. And then I don't want to waste anyone's time, and I want to tell you how you can hopefully get to 100 mil in the next 10 years, because I got on TikTok very early on, which gave me a huge head start. So the game's changed a little bit, but if you just do this simple formula, it's pretty accomplishable for pretty much anyone who's willing to work hard. So back in 2019, I dropped out of college. I had no plans whatsoever. I just knew that I was made for more. I didn't really feel like I was in the right place. You know, I would go to class and just like something inside of my soul would hurt. I literally cried in math class in college a couple times because I just knew that was not for me. I remember calling my mom, walking out of math class crying, saying, "Mom, I cannot do this shit. I just simply cannot." So I think I lasted about 2 months in college, maybe a month and a half before I dropped out. I initially just thought I was going to do real estate with my mom. You know, I'm the type of guy that I always had the mentality that whatever I actually put my mind to, I will succeed at. And I think that mindset is really telling about somebody. If they have that mindset, they're going to win. You know, some people just don't. Some people get so doubtful and insecure about themselves when it's like, bro, if you want to win, you need to believe in yourself, because people are already going to doubt you. So if you can't believe in yourself, you're doing their part for them. So you have to have delusional faith in yourself, completely unwavering, delusional confidence that whatever you put your mind to, it's going to work. So I dropped out, started posting personal brand videos every single day, like just every day, 5-10 times a day. Every single thought I had, I made it into a piece of content. And the cool thing is that you can still do this, right? Like, who knows where AI is going to go in 2-3 years? You know, your window is closing every day. I've been saying this for 4 years already, that the window's closing every day. It's just going to get more and more competitive. I've been spewing this, and this is still true. So if you're still hesitant to pick up the fucking phone and start posting, your window is not going to be open for much longer. You need to do it now. Be controversial, be captivating, be transparent, be vulnerable. Most importantly, be your most authentic self. That's the only way you're going to build a personal brand. It's called a personal brand because it's personal. So that is step one to this process. Build a personal brand where you can document all the things that you're building. So you can start that today. You can literally start that today. Secondly, you're going to need cash flow. The most important thing I always knew was that I always need money coming in. I don't care how I'm getting it, as long as money's coming in, that's all that matters, because you're always going to need money to fund the thing that's going to make you money. There's a great quote: "He who works all the time has no time to make money." You need money flowing all the time to fund your businesses. Simple as. Which takes me into step number 2. If you aren't doing TikTok Shop, and I'm not going to make this one big ad, trust me, relax. If you aren't doing TikTok Shop, what the fuck are you doing? I think you're actually a vagina. I genuinely think you're a pussy. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that how it is. If you're not cash flowing money online, if you don't have your own business that you can put your energy into, and you're not building a personal brand where you can get brand deals, etc., and you're complaining about not having money, but you're not doing TikTok Shop, you are a retard. Simply put, like, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for a golden spoon with a heap of cash to be literally shoved into your mouth for you to make it? Because that's basically what TikTok Shop is, bro. If I could go back in time where I was posting 5 to 10 videos every single day, I was making no money off of those, and I was still motivated to do it. I didn't make money for a year when I first started posting content. That's how you know that I was built for this shit, and all of you guys are just saying you want to be built for this shit. I was doing it without seeing any return on the investment for a year, and you're afraid to post 2 or 3 TikToks that could literally make you money immediately. Again, I made no money for a year. You could pick up your phone, start posting TikTok shop content, and start raking in money immediately. But you're a vagina pussy retard. Sorry. Just saying it how it is. Like literally, pick up the phone and start recording. It's that simple. What you need to do is make it your goal to rack up $100,000 with TikTok shop. Just do that. You're probably like, $100,000? Dude, I've seen a grandma do it. I've seen high schoolers do it. I've seen people who are much stupider than you do it. Simply put, rack up $100,000. And while you're filming these TikTok shop videos, I want you to look around and acknowledge all of the things that you see succeeding on TikTok shop while you're promoting those things. And then once you do get to like $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, I want you to start thinking about a brand that you could launch on TikTok shop. An e-commerce product, right? This is how people get rich. This is how people make generational wealth. I'm sure you guys all are familiar with Rob the Bank. This is how he got rich, how he got I think it was a $30 million exit or something like that at like 28 years old. This needs to be your objective. Anyone can do it. I built a blue light glasses brand. I didn't even reinvent the wheel. I just made something better and put my name on it. Simply put, I just invented a product with someone who was in my community. I have this thing called Brand Pushers where it's like we help people start their own brand, but it's not open to the public right now, so don't even ask me about it. Seriously, we don't have the bandwidth to help as many people as we want to right now, so maybe in the future. But we helped them invent this product. It's called Neuro. It's a toothpaste that has caffeine in the morning one and melatonin in the night one. That brand, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but it got acquired within like a week. And the people who acquired it, I still got to keep my percentage, thankfully. And so did he, and so did Lucas. We all got to keep our shares, but we got, diluted a little bit. But the people who acquired it are going to do 100 times what we could have done with that brand. So that brand is going to make me anywhere from $1 to $5 million without doing anything next year alone. And then my agency, I built my marketing agency, which I'll exit for, 30, 40, 50 million. I built a software that I could exit for 100 million sooner than later. Who knows? So basically what I'm trying to say to you is that the way to get real rich is by building equity in things. A lot of people are so caught up in the cash flow, when that is like vapor. Just like clout. Cash flow and clout are like vapor. And this is one of the few things my dad told me that really stuck with me when I was younger. And when I first started blowing up on TikTok, he was like, fame is vapor, Alex. Just so you know, like it's here one day, it's gone the next day. Make sure that when you have it, you're being smart. And I think it goes the same with business, with clout, with everything. Everything can be gone like that. And the only way to make yourself indestructible is by building equity in something real. The reason for that is because it makes you delay your gratification. It makes you not spend a bunch of money on supercars and an insane house. And it makes you be responsible with your money and delay your gratification, put your money back into your business and grow it so that one day you're rewarded with a fat, juicy exit of, 5 to 10 to $100 million. All these people that you see in houses that you can't even comprehend how they afford, there's a great probability that they sold a company. Or at least one company, several companies. This is one thing that I've learned about being in Boca Raton is all these people are entrepreneurs. Pretty much all of them. Some people are like, oh no, what about doctors? What about lawyers? They own the practice, therefore they're an entrepreneur. If you want to win, you need to build something that you can sell, not just a course that you can run up online and make a couple bags and print money like that because it's fun. Trust me, I sold a course and I was making $250,000 a month without doing anything, all profit. And that was addicting. It was like a high. I went and bought a Lamborghini. I went and bought a Ferrari. I went and bought a G-Wagon. I bought like 5 cars that year because I was retarded and impulsive, which is a great representation of why it's so important to build something that lasts. So you can build a marketing agency, build an e-commerce product, build a software like Cal AI, another great example, that porn quitting app, Quitter, all those dudes live in the same house together. They have it right. You build something with actual intellectual property that you can coin as yours and you sell. You get a fat exit. That's what will set you up for life. And most importantly, document the whole thing. Because then let's say you get bored after you sell your company. for, 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars. You're like, shit, what do I do now? Now you've documented the whole process. Now you have people who have watched you along the whole way and will pay you 10, 20, 30,000 dollars just for you to show them how to do it, which I could easily do right now. If I wanted to spawn $100,000, I could come out with a personal brand offer, an e-commerce offer. I could come out with so much shit and spawn money like that. But I would rather put my attention and energy into my companies so that I can get an exit down the line. Is what I'm saying making sense? So again, start with personal brand, start documenting, start getting some sort of cash flow. I highly encourage you just do TikTok shop and go balls to the wall at it because it's fucking free money. Thirdly, build something with real equity. Just get creative. Everything around you is an e-commerce product. The hair products in your shower, the toothbrush that you use, the toothpaste that you use, your deodorant, the glasses that you wear before bed. All of these things around you are just e-commerce products. Pet Lab Co. This is an e-com product. They could probably sell for $1 billion right now. All of these things are not reinventing the wheel. They're just simplifying things and making it more accessible and marketing it well. Literally, you could have two of the same exact product, but if one has better marketing, it wins. So that's the formula to get rich. And if you need help with your TikTok shop and you want to get started, I'll literally pay you to make TikTok shop videos for our brands that we work with. Just go DM me on Instagram, Alex Sedlak. If you guys want more YouTube videos, let me know. I just felt like this is important because a lot of people are chasing the cash flow. They're chasing the 10K month. 10K month is fucking pennies, bro. My rent is more than $10,000 a month. It almost costs me as much to heat my pool than you get paid a month. And I'm not saying this shit to flex. I'm saying this because you were thinking way too small. So many people think way too small and that's going to cripple you. And money is not everything. I do want to say that. Money is not everything. If you can find something that fulfills you, focus on that. That will be way more rewarding than just money. But if you want to get rich and then find what you can get fulfilled by, I think that's the objective. Get rich, never worry about money again, and then spend the rest of my life doing what actually makes me happy, giving to people, giving back. That's the game of life. That's how you really win. So I know it wasn't a very long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys got some value out of this. Drop a comment down below what you'd like me to spew about next. Much love.